Everybody waking up very early, 7 a.m. on a Monday morning. How is everyone? We are going to start the show. This is the Art of NFT Business. Good morning, Florian. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. It's really bright and early, but I'm good.
It feels like it gets earlier every single time.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a feeling you roll out of bed. I get up at 5 o'clock. You roll out about 10 minutes before this show, right?
Maybe 2 minutes before the show.
when I send you a panic text, good morning, that's when you wake up. You wait for my text.
No. I wake up because I have my phone on do not disturb, so nobody can annoy me in the morning. So.
Oh, even better. Okay, well, we've got a really great show this morning. Just to kick it off, let's remind everybody that this is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Florian, remind everybody about the show that we're going to do in Miami.
Yeah, so you are apparently coming down to Miami, and we're going to take the time to record a show on, I think it's April 17th. Yep. From a real studio, and of course we would love to have any NFT group or any NFT project that are physically in Miami to join us. Let us know, and also if anyone understand a bit more what PulseX is, because you probably some of you guys understand better than us. Please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to have you on the show. It will be maybe a one-time, hopefully more, but it will be on April 17th in Miami.
Yep, that's Sunday, April 17th. That is Easter Sunday, but if you are in the Miami area and you're an NFT project or you're an NFT artist, or if you just want to talk about PulseX and you know a little bit more than us, definitely contact us, DM us, and the links are in the details below. Florian, we've had some interesting news, haven't we?
Yeah, we did. I've been a little bit following what was going on Twitter, and I've seen that one of the major news was that hackers stole I think some more than 600 million from Axie Affinity's Ronin network. The attack was socially engineered and not due to a technical glitch. Like we've seen recently a lot of hackers of finding new ways to be able to hack those big project or upcoming project, and it's becoming more and more scary in the space right now. And the size of the theft makes it the second largest crypto heist to date. The company said it will reimburse the players who lost funds due to the attack. And on another news, there's a crypto firm called Socios.com that announced a global brand ambassador partnership with the football star Lionel Messi. The slogan of the partnership is "Be More." Socios says they hope the new partnership will build a more inclusive, exciting, and rewarding future for the fans across the world. And so Socios.com revealed that the partnership with Messi will be for an initial period of 3 years, and the company is trying to make fans valued and have their support of the players and get matter. It's something that we've seen, and I know Messi is part of the Paris Saint-Germain football team, who also is in the crypto world. They have their own token. I'm pretty sure that Messi is paid a little bit of salary in the PSG token. So we are seeing more and more players getting into the NFT space. Another one that I've seen this morning, real quick when I woke up, was Tyler Adams, one of my former teammates, who's launching, I'm pretty sure it is today, one of his NFT. He created his own NFTs. It seems like to be similar to a card collection NFT with his picture and some of them already. Pretty interesting. I haven't really dove into it because I didn't have time this morning, but I'm going to look for it because it's really interesting, and it's a former teammate of mine, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Tyler Adams has had quite an interesting career already. He's very young. He started with the Red Bulls and then got picked up by Salzburg. He's over there now, I believe. Is he still with Salzburg?
It's Leipzig. He got picked up at Leipzig.
Leipzig, right. Is Marsh still over there?
No, Marsh is in England now. He coaches Leeds.
He coaches leads. I have to get out there and see a game. That must be amazing. I had no idea about this NFT, and you're saying it's launching today?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wow. You know, I follow his YouTube, I follow his Instagram and everything like that. I'm really surprised that we didn't find out about this. We will have to talk about it on the next show. Very interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a correlation between soccer and NFTs going on. There's a lot of stuff. There's something that keeps getting advertised to me on Instagram, like Sotheby's is doing something with Manchester United. I'm not even sure. It's a very confusing ad. But definitely a lot of stuff going on between soccer and NFTs. Okay, so let's move right along. Did you look at the YouTube video that we're going to watch about Richard Hart? Did you have it?
Not this one. I watched another one, which I still like. I'm a bit confused about what's all going on. But
well, this is great. I'm really glad that you didn't watch it. I gave it to you kind of in the expectation that you wouldn't have time to watch it and that you would watch it live now. We're only going to watch 8 minutes of it, and we're going to stop throughout as we kind of watch this.
So he's the creator or founder of PulseX or PulseChain or
the whole thing. The whole thing. And he was the original creator of Hex. And people who basically, this is a duplicate of how Hex was born, which was people sacrificed money to Hex. Now, they didn't know anything at this point. At least people who are in PulseX have some kind of historical understanding of what Hex did. So, but I think these 8 minutes are just very interesting. First of all, I mean, we got to comment on what the guy's wearing, what he looks like. He has a Gucci, Saint Laurent bag in the back. It glows and goes back and forth. He's a very interesting looking guy, right? Perfect for the internet, stands out, very interesting. Let's see what he talks about now.
Just to give you guys an idea of the scale of what we're dealing with here. You know, Hex, when I invented it about 2.5 years ago, the price of Hex went up 10,000x in 623 days before staking profit. With staking, you would have been up 20,000x, 25,000x. And we've outperformed both Bitcoin and Ethereum from their launch dates when their performance was the best, when Satoshi owned all the coins. We're outperforming them massively still to this day.
Okay, so let's just take that. So he's saying that we're going to 10,000x. Now, right now, we are at 0.0008. We actually dropped a little bit. But if you then multiply 10,000x against that 0.0008, that's $8. That's $8. So he's expecting this thing to go to $8. That would mean my 3 million Hex is worth $24 million. Now, let's just continue watching.
With 100% perfect, flawless operation and uptime for years now. That was my first project. First time deposit on the blockchain, where you, instead of paying miners to destroy the environment by paying them block rewards, you pay the inflation to stakers to hold the price up instead of to cause the environment to get wrecked. 20% wrecked, 80% is renewable, but 20% is not. So that was Hex. And Hex was awesome. And then the fees in Ethereum kept going up, kept going up, kept going up. Now the fees in Ethereum are too high. Sometimes it costs $300, $1,000 to do a Uniswap swap. Sometimes it costs $20 to $50 to send an ERC20. It's not okay. And the only way to solve that is to build new capacity. So if you've got a finite resource and you've got demand and the price is too high, you can either increase the supply, which is what we're doing, or you can decrease demand, which no one's interested in decreasing demand, right? So there's been a lot.
So let's just understand that. So he's absolutely right that, you know, the adoption rate has now slowed. We've seen NFT projects that have decided not to launch, that they're waiting, they're holding off, probably waiting for Ethereum 2.0. You know, the Ethereum network is so congested, it costs a lot the gas is just very, very hot, right? Florian, what are you thinking so far?
well, first of all, like the first thing he created was what, the hex. So basically he's trying to create something similar to Ethereum, just to kind of lower the where it's going right now is like trying to, from hex, creating like a different blockchain somehow, just to mimic the Ethereum blockchain with lower fees, I'm assuming.
Right. So what he's basically saying, and he's going to get into this in a second, is that he's basically duplicating the Ethereum blockchain, fixing all the problems that they had by making it proof of stake instead of proof of work automatically. So the problem with Ethereum right now is that it's proof of work, which means all of these computers are processing these mathematical equations that are then gaining the coins. And that gets very expensive because it costs money to have the computers, have the processing, the electricity for all of that, and that's the big problem with Bitcoin, right? Okay, so let's continue.
A lot of Ethereum forks. The problem with all these forks is that they don't give you free coins, and they require everybody to use a bridge, and we see bridge getting hacked left and right. So the wormhole bridge on Solana got hacked for $300 million a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. The another bridge for some NFT platform just got hacked yesterday or the day before for $600 million. And the Polygon bridge was at risk of losing some billions of dollars, except they discovered it before the hackers did. And so all those systems are not as intelligently designed as PulseChain. Because in PulseChain, because you're getting a copy of every single coin that you have on the Ethereum network on this chain.
Now wait, let's just, before he goes into that, so we just talked about the Ronin hack. That hack is the bridge. So Axie Infinity didn't get hacked, Ethereum didn't get hacked, it's the bridge between the two. So in other words, when you think about blockchains, if everything is on the Ethereum blockchain, Axie Infinity is a side chain to the Ethereum blockchain, and that requires a bridge. Polygon is a side chain to the Ethereum blockchain that requires a bridge. When you want to buy something in Polygon, you have to switch your Ethereum over to Polygon. That's the bridge. So I mean, it's amazing that, yes, he's absolutely right. These are the big problems.
And to access those coins, you can access them right now as we speak. And the testnet's been working fine for months. You just change one setting in your MetaMask. It points to your MetaMask to the new network, and all your coins are already sitting there waiting for you. You just add them one by one. So, and then this reduces the reliance on these risky bridges, because you don't need to bridge from one network in. You can just use your native coins on the native network. It's more secure. It's also better designed than Ethereum 2.0. We've seen over $100 million lost from Ethereum 2.0, which doesn't even really exist yet, because it only incentivizes people to centralize. So in Ethereum 2.0, you can't become a miner unless you have 32 Ethereum, which costs about $100,000. If you don't have $100,000, you're going to give your keys to somebody else, and then they're going to lose your money, steal your money. And it's the exact opposite of why cryptocurrency was invented. Cryptocurrency was invented to remove counterparty risk, to put people in charge of their own financial future, to give people their own self-sovereignty, to make things more efficient, faster, cleaner. And so even Ethereum 2.0 isn't as well designed as PulseChain, and it doesn't run as on battle-tested, tried and true software where the bugs have already been ironed out over years. So PulseChain, I believe, will launch more secure than Ethereum 2.0. Already has higher throughput with 3-second blocks instead of 13-second blocks. And you can raise the gas limits higher as well. And you don't blow up the environment because you're not paying for proof of work. It's all proof of stake. And you have delegated stake so that you can hold your own keys and delegate your stake to another validator and not have to worry about having 100 grand to participate in the network. It's a better.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there, right? So what he's basically saying is PulseChain is going to be better because there aren't going to be any bridges. I don't really understand how he's able to make that claim, because at some point, if he wants to grow this blockchain, then he's not then he has to kind of let in all of these other dApps, right? These development apps. And so those are going to want to be bridges. It's an interesting. Do you see the bag in the background?
Yeah.
And then you see this. I didn't even see it before, but now it's big enough for me to see. There's like an airplane, but it's all Yves Saint Laurent, X's and O's.
Louis Vuitton.
You know.
It's just it's just a whole
design.
Go ahead.
Character. He's he seems really convinced by what he's saying. He's probably offering something really great. But from what I've heard and what you sent me is just there's still a lot of questions about this whole thing. Yeah,
well, a lot of people have a problem with where he originally made his money. So do you remember, like, probably even before you got on the internet, you used to go to a website and you'd get hit with all of these ridiculous pop-ups, sex drive pop-ups and weight loss pop-ups and all these ridiculous things. That was all him. He did all that kind of marketing. And so he made all those monies on what he calls direct market kind of pop-up ads. So he's a little bit fishy. It's a little bit scammy, right? He also kind of looks, like a guy who is pocketing other people's money.
System, a more intelligently designed system, and it works today. And you can go test it on testnet now. Go check the parameters out at pulsechain.com. And so, what coins will you be getting free copies of? All of them, all the coins. You got Hex, you're going to get free copies of Hex. You got Ethereum, you're going to get free copies of Ethereum, but you're going to be diluted 1.2 million X. So unlike other forks like Bitcoin Cash, where people just murder the price all day long by selling all their free coins all the time, we won't have that problem in PulseChain because the Ethereum holders that are getting free Pulse are being diluted 1.2 million fold. The ERC20s aren't. So if you've got a Hex, you're getting a Hex, and there's no increase in supply. If you've got a Uni, you're getting a Uni. If you've got a 1 inch, you're getting a 1 inch. If you've got a NFT, same exact code pulls over. Now there's some exceptions here, right? So fake DeFi, things that have admin keys like stable coins, or maybe you could even consider NFTs. Depends on what you consider authoritative to whether you own an NFT or not. Is it that some guy's centralized server says you do, or is it that the blockchain says? So, in the case of stable coins, you're not going to be able to redeem them for dollars, maybe unless they're algorithmic. But they're definitely going to have different parameters at launch. And then they've got admin keys that they can validate all the coins that they want. They might not do that because they probably wouldn't want all the users suing them for just jacking all their users' free money that they got. So who knows how that's going to play out. And so for real DeFi, really truly decentralized things like Hex, it's the same exact code. And, there's no middlemen, there's no counterparty risk, there's no oracles, there's no admin keys. It's beautiful and wonderful. And you're going to, never in the history of man have 10,000 new coins just been 10,000 new coins, and probably 10,000 new trading pairs are just issued into existence for free to everybody. And now the question is, how do you get people?
Wait, so wait a second. So what he's basically saying, Florian, is if you have 500 Ethereum in your wallet, when you come over to PulseChain and everybody comes over to PulseChain, they're automatically going to get their Ethereum, your 500 Ethereum that was in your wallet under the Ethereum blockchain is now going to be duplicated in PulseX. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand if this is one of those things where you say to yourself, okay, this guy is in the top 2% of intelligence. He's super smart. He's in Mensa. He's just, started reading at 3 years old, which I guess is early. Super, super, super smart. Maybe there's something that he knows that I don't understand. But how is it, if this was really something that was going to happen, how is Vitalik Buterin not getting on the phone with him and saying, you're not duplicating Ethereum. There's no way you're going to duplicate the Ethereum coins. Tezos getting on the phone with them and saying, you're not going to duplicate my Tezos coins. It sounds sketchy, right?
Well, for me, it doesn't make sense. How can you duplicate a coin? Like on one of the other link you sent me, and I watched, they were saying people that when you get the duplicate coin, it would not be Ethereum. It would be like maybe P Ethereum, P Tesos, P whatever. But I just, for me, it's just like, I don't really understand, to be honest. I don't want to talk about it because I don't really understand where that's going, how he couldn't make that happen, and what would be the use of that duplicate coin.
Yeah, it sounds like a fantasy. It sounds like a scam.
Able to back the value of these new coins so that you reduce the load in the Ethereum network to lower the Ethereum fees to make everyone happier, and have people participating on this network with higher throughput, lower fees, less destruction of the environment, basically no destruction of the environment. Well, you incentivize it. And so over $1 billion was raised for freedom of speech. And those people that sacrificed were given free PulseChain tokens. It also generated $27 million of real cash in the bank for a 501c3 registered charity that does medical research. And then PulseX also raised some billions. And PulseX is a Uniswap fork that does 22% of the fees get burnt. There's no inflation, only deflation. Same in PulseChain. In PulseChain, 25% of the fees get burnt. There's no inflation, only deflation. Hey, Bitcoin guys, you like the whole inflation goes down all the time thing? Well, you'll really love the no inflation, the coins burn thing even more, if that's your model of what creates value and appreciation. So 22% of the fees get burned in PulseX, deflation only, no inflation. 25% of the fees get burned PulseChain, no inflation, only deflation. World's largest free airdrop, better designed than Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0, uses primarily Ethereum code. The majority of the code that had to be written was getting the system states to match up and to change the proof of work, validation, and the slashing, those components. So
much to unwrap in this. There's so much to unwrap, because here's the big question. If this is so revolutionary, why aren't the influencers that you and I follow, the DeFi protocols that we listen to, all this stuff, why aren't they talking about this? Why isn't this now, why isn't this in the news? Why isn't this like the biggest thing that's going to happen? If this is really going to basically be Ethereum 2.0 before Ethereum 2.0, then why did I have to go down a YouTube funnel to find out about PulseChain? And why doesn't everybody in blockchain know about it? It just sounds super sketchy.
Yeah, I just want to go to the end and see what's going on, because
okay.
I'm just completely lost right now.
So what do we got? We got hex.com, world's first time deposit, did over 1 million% returns in 623 days, 100% perfect flawless operation. It was given away for free to Bitcoiners, and to tell you how many free coins they got, those coins that they received for free today, after a 60% drop, are worth $500 million. That's how big the scale is that we're talking. So PulseChain and PulseX both generated excess of billions of dollars of sacrifices. Hex.com gave $500 million worth of free hex to Bitcoin holders exclusively. And, for fun, I bought the world's biggest diamond. So I've got a 555 carat diamond. It used to be called the Enigma. Now it's called the Hex.com Space Diamond. And it matches up with the maximum stake length that you can have in Hex, which is 5,555 days. So a lot of people will get tattoos on their body of 5555 called the Quattro Cinco Club. And I don't know, got like $7 million of watches now and a few Ferraris, couple Ferraris. One of them's 1,000 horsepower. So just flexing because people care about this stuff. Maybe you like $40,000 Louis Vuitton airplane bags, whatever you like, we have it here for you guys. You like uptime, you like decentralization, you like faster, cheaper, world's largest airdrop. We got it all. And then if you like free self-help books, I got 200,000 followers on Twitter, twitter.com/RichardCartWin. I called the top Bitcoin top on the day 11 months ago. Who else called the top on the day? Nobody. I called the top on the day, and it's been in profit every single day except one. It's a little tiny day where it made a little Judas candle, got everybody long, a fake breakout, and then went straight down. I dropped 55% after that little fake out candle. What else? Yeah, call the tops in the day for free YouTube, youtube.com/RichardHart, you name it. we're just living the dream out here, you know.
So that's Richard Hart.
Okay.
Lot of flexing. Needs to tell us that he bought the world's biggest diamond. Needs to tell us that he has a $40,000 Louis Vuitton bag that's shaped as an airplane. Wearing a giant hex pendant that's probably worth several tens of thousands of dollars. What do you think? Do you let me ask you the question this way. Do you think that I made a good investment and you didn't invest in something that maybe you should have? Or do you think that you're happy that you missed this one and you're gonna see what happens?
Well, I didn't miss it because if I really want to, I could still maybe invest in it.
Well, not the sacrifice is over. The sacrifice phase.
Yeah, but that's I still don't understand what the sacrifice is, what it does, and then where the money went. That's my question. A lot of people don't know where the money went. He's flexing. I don't know. He's saying how he made his money. Maybe he used that money. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of things that don't really make sense to me. How can you duplicate the coin? Why other big founder of coins like didn't think about this before? Yeah, I just when we saw last year about like the crazy APY of some coins, and they tell you, oh, if you invest now, like there's like I don't know, a million APY or whatever. For me, it's kind of the same. When I don't feel comfortable with it, when I don't have all the information. Yes, you can try it if you're willing to lose it, but it's something I will probably pass because there's too many unknown. Especially the founder doesn't really like makes me want to like. It doesn't make me want to invest in what he's building because the people that are flexing like that are not the people that like I look up to. And there's still like a lot of like unknown questions, especially for the sacrifice part. I don't really know what it means. I don't really know what's used for, and then where the money went. And there was a lot of money, total money that was sacrificed, like almost like $1 billion. So it's I don't know. For me, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, and this was during a time we were talking about this. This was during a time when I was putting, $300 into various DeFi protocols to see whether or not they were going to be successful. And so far, all of those DeFi protocols have failed. I've lost about $1,000 in investing between Metaverse Pro and Jade Protocol and Soldier nodes and all those different things, thinking that, the APY was, tens of thousands percent, skyrocketing at the time. And then I got into this, put the $300 into this, got the 3 million coins. I realized that when you asked me how did I, because we're going to talk about this in a second about the FreePulse.io, you would ask me, how did I get the 39,000 free pulse? And I realized that I had only actually gotten 7,500 through FreePulse.io. I actually got 10,000, but then I played some of the games and I lost and things like that. And I pulled my money out with 7,000, but I already had 29,000 in there. And I think that was through the sacrifice, was that I not only got the 3 million of PulseX, but I also got this other Pulse coin, 30,000 Pulse coin. We'll see. I mean, there's a, I'm gonna date myself at this point. This idea of like, you've probably never seen Sweeney Todd, but there's a character in it who comes to town, same as like Oklahoma or something like that. One of these characters comes to town, they're selling this great product, and it's all a scam. And they come in, they grab their money, and they leave town. And the question really is this a scam? Did I lose $300? Now, what's interesting is, so this topic of conversation has been our absolute #1 most successful topic in anything that we've talked about. We've gotten hundreds of views, dozens of likes on this topic. And one of the comments that has come in was, oh, you only invested $300. And I was like, yeah, I'm not like big bucks here. I'm not going to throw around thousands of dollars. But there are people that have invested their life savings into some of these DeFi protocols like this. And I'm worried for them. I'm not worried that I'm going to lose my $300. I don't give a shit about the $300. But people who like invested thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, I mean, that's how this FreePulse IO is working, is that some of these top guys who put in, now what they did was they had all of this hex that they had. So they've already made millions on hex, and they had all this stuff. They converted that hex into, during the sacrifice, hex was the #1 token that was put into exchange for PulseX. And that really, that's how this FreePulse works. So we're actually going to move into FreePulse, unless you have anything else that you want to add to this conversation.
No, I'm just curious to know, like, what's the, like, how do you spell hex? Like, what's the token?
HEX. You see, here's FreePulse. Let's bring this up so everybody can see this. I'll refresh this. So I have 13 minutes and 53 seconds until I can claim more PulseX. Pulse, not PulseX. So I currently have 230 FreePulse, PLS. I had a lot more. The problem is only either move everything in or you can't move anything in. So you can't actually go in and say, I only want to move 1,000 of my 10,000 Pulse into my wallet. I had to move everything in. And the problem was that I started playing these games and I started losing money, and I went from 10,000 down to 7,000. And I was like, you know what, let me just pull this, and then hopefully I'll get more tokens. And so I have 200 tokens. So let's go through this. So we've got lottery, right? So anyone can claim 200 free Pulse every hour. Now up to $200 of free Pulse. Now, what does that mean? That actually means like millions of PulseChain, because it's not worth anything right now.
It's only like a few days old, like a few weeks old.
Yeah, well, so it's not even live. So this is the test net. This is app.v2b, which is version 2 beta testnet PulseX. So a lot of people are just playing around, right? So you've got 574 million. Here's the PulseX. So right now, Pulse is 0.002. Oh, so Hex is $1. But if we go into Hex and we look at this, I'm not even sure if these numbers are correct because this is all a test net. So
Like,
it's very.
When I personally go on the coin market cap,
Yeah.
And I type like the hex is at 0.15 and not 0.93.
Ah, interesting. Not 0.93,
yeah,
but at 0.15.
Yeah, it's ranked like 201. The market cap is like 26 billion.
Interesting. So he has an answer for that, and I've heard his answer for that, is that CoinMarketCap will not move Hex above the 201 point. So even though it outperforms other coins in the 200, CoinMarketCap has decided that they will not move them above the 201 spot. Again, I don't know if that's legit. I don't know if it's, who knows. But let's look at the price as it's been over.
Again, if I go to Coinbase, the price of the coin is 0.15 as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. Historically, it went up to the highest was 0.48 in on September 19, 2021.
0.48. So it never got to $1.
No.
Well, that's That's disappointing. That's, you know, crap.
For me, it's another not red flag, but like when you have your own website with your own value of the coin and other marketplace or other website or wallet or whatever just give you a different price and both similar. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. I mean, if I went in and I tried to do a trade right now, so
you should try on that exchange and just get the money out and you'll make more money.
maybe, I don't know. But if I did PulseX to, let's see if I can do USDC, how much it would say, let's see. So I have 1.8 million. Let's say that I put the whole thing in there. I would have $1,500. Yeah, that's 0.00085884. That's where it's trading. And I wonder if I could do, well, I don't have any hex, so I can't do any hex. But yeah, it's going to tell me that I don't have any. I would have to switch my PulseX to hex and then see. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a little sketchy. So let's go back into this FreePulse.io, because there are a lot of exciting things that can happen here. So there's this lottery. So this is every day. There's just a random lottery. It doesn't have anything to do with anything. You need 111 tickets, 111 coins to make one ticket. The current jackpot is 10,250,000. They're gonna, say who the winner is in 12 hours. There are only 220 players today. I haven't put in any tickets because I haven't done anything yet this morning. And today's total tickets is 9,200,000. So if I was to put one ticket in, if I was going to do like a lottery and do one ticket, I would be going up against 220 other players that have put in, look at these numbers. This guy, Balance Gone, has put in 7,568,000 tickets. So the odds of him winning are pretty good. It goes down, people are putting in thousands of tickets. So clearly people have put in a lot more than the 300 that I put in. They used their hex, they used their Ethereum, and they went ahead and did this. Then they have this predict, and again, all of this is test. This is all in a test net. They have this predict where you can bet on certain things. So for instance, Richard Hart will show a new handbag in his next stream. So if you put in $100, 100 pulse, you will make 200 pulse if that's correct. FreePulse.io shares pools will raise 250,000 until April 7th. Or the one that I did was PulseChain mainnet will launch before May 1st. Now, here's the thing. I was originally going to say it's not going to launch by May 1st. But then when I looked at the statistics, let's see if the statistics will come up. Let's see if we can, wait, hold on. My computer, too much stuff is running. Okay, in 26 hours, in 26 days, we will know whether or not PulseChain mainnet will launch before May 1st. So the multiplier was 2.07. The multiplier for being that it wasn't going to launch by May 1st was 1.94. So I figured, you know what, for the 100 Pulse coins, I'll do the correct and we'll see if it launches May 1st. Then we have this crash game, which it's a lot of fun. I've obviously lost a lot of money on this. I'm going to lose a little bit of money now to show you how this works. So you have to put in 100. And then we're going to watch as this goes in, and it's going to crash at some point. And I have to take my money out before it crashes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it out at 2.3 2.3 around there, right? I'm right, right when it hits 2.3 is when I'm going to try to take it out. Right now it's running, it's at almost 5. Who knows now? Like, this is very enticing to me. Like, should I pull it out? It's now at 7. It's going to 8. And now at some point it's going to crash. It's at 10, which is crazy, which means, and then it crashes, right? So I'm going to put in 100. And now, as soon as this goes in 5 seconds, I'm going to have to pull it out when I think it's going to pull out. And I'm not going to pull out until 2.3. So let's see if it crashes before that. It hit 2. Here's the 3. I'm cashing out. So I got 245 Pulse coin from that. Now let's see how much more it continues up. It's at 4 and it crashes. I mean, it's a fun little game. It's a cute little game. Then they have this multiply. So this is just a simple pay, bet 100, get 4 times payout, and win instantly or lose instantly. Let me make sure this is gonna be in the video. So I'm gonna do this as well. I'm gonna put in $100. Boom! I won 675. I doubled my money, right? Just like that. But if I did it again, it's a 4x. So I put in 100. I made 400. I could probably do it again, and I would lose 100. They're just testing this stuff out. Then you have mines. Mines is weird because it's a 5x5 grid. I'm going to put in 100, but I can do a sliding scale, and I can say I only want 1 mine. So I'm going to start this, and now I get to click just like Minesweep, right? I'm going to click until I don't feel comfortable with. I think I'm going to get close to getting a bomb. So let's see. So now I just got another, let's see how much, 5 coins, another 5 coins, another 5 coins, another 5, another 5. And I'm at 700 and I'm at 700. So I'm going to cash this out, but then I'll play another one. And I'm going to play it until I totally lose, so that you guys can see what this looks like. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to move around a little bit. Now there's only 1 mine. That's pretty good. There you go. I hit the mine. So I lost 179. Lost the 100 that I put in and the 79 that I was making. It's an interesting tool. It's a fun little thing. I mean, again, here's the thing. Like, am I one of those suckers? I don't gamble, right? Although I'll play a game like that, I won't go down to Atlantic City. I won't gamble at Las Vegas. Although when I'm in Las Vegas, what I generally do is I take $100 chip, I put it on black. If I get it, I get it. That's my money for the day, and I enjoy, right? I'm not sitting there at a poker table. I'm not doing blackjack. But at the same time, maybe I have a personality that kind of has this get rich quick scheme in my head that's like, okay, I play the lotto every week. I play the lottery every week. So I put $1 in or $3 in every week. Maybe this kind of attracts that person that has this kind of mentality that they just have to win once, win big, and they're done. And so it's attracted $1 billion into this protocol. And maybe we're all suckers. Maybe it's never going to reach $7. Maybe it's never going to reach $1. I don't know. No thoughts.
We'll see. No, really. This is not my line of expertise, and I really have a hard time believing that the thing get rich fast If it was that easy, a lot of people would do it. A lot of people would be rich.
Right.
And like when you look at the proportion of the rich people in the world, it's just such a tiny portion. And the rich get richer because they get like they have all those information before everybody, and then they have that enough money to, I don't know, buy the dip or do those things. So I'm always really wary of those kind of project that have like the potential, or they say they have the potential to multiply your investment by 100, 1,000, 10,000, million, whatever. So
Yeah, no,
I like to stick to what I know. Yeah.
And I've been a sucker for those other protocols. So I definitely, I agree. I mean, maybe, the only thing is that I do know that people made Hex. People did make money on Hex. And, making your first million is a lot harder than making your second million. And when you make that first million, you're able to then, juxtapose that against other investments that you're going to put in. Anyway, let's move forward into other areas where we invest that you're more comfortable with, which is NFTs. So let's talk about metaverse players. I'm going to bring this up. Tell us. So you're actually an ambassador to this, right?
Yes. So I've been an ambassador for this group called House of First for a while now, and when I saw that they were launching another project with another really great artist, I was like, wow, I want to get in. And so what's launching right now, it's called Metaverse Players. It's kind of like the heroes of the anti-heroes of the blockchain, and it's made by a famous Brazilian artist named Butcher Billy. And this is like some kind of like relationship or partnership I don't really understand yet, but like it's between House of First and the Royal Society of Players, which I know you have an NFT. And I'm really curious to see what's going to be the utility behind it. I'm also like, I also own the previous collection from House of First, which is a Remarkable Woman from Rachel Winter. Yeah, so I own two of them, which both of them I stacked. And I'm not planning on selling those anytime soon. I want to hold on to it because I really like what House of First is doing. I like promoting those artists, and I really love the art. I really like the art of Remarkable Woman. I like the art of Metaverse Players.
When you staked these two NFTs, are you now getting coins or something in exchange for staking them?
I'm getting points. I'm getting points, and those points you'll be able to use them to claim other NFTs in the future or do other stuff within the House of First community.
Oh, interesting. I'm familiar with Zed. Is it Zeb or Zed? He built House of First. He also was involved in that Zed run.
The horse NFT.
Yeah, Zeb Klein. I'm familiar with him because I've gone to the Royal Society of Players parties, and I know him. I know his uncle, I believe, and then of course Eric Rhodes, who we'll eventually have on this show. He owns, I think, 24 Royal Flushes. He owns an insane number of these of the Royal Society of Players cards. What do you know when this is going to come out? This Metaverse Players?
No, really. They haven't really announced the official date yet, but I just really like what they're doing. They're promoting those artists. Like the first one I got into was Remarkable Woman, and I liked what they were trying to do by empowering women. I got into it because I wanted one of my friend who's a woman to get into this space to understand, and I was able to nominate someone, and it was her, a woman, and it was her because she's really special. So I tried to get her into it, and they were like, "Oh, if you want to get into it, we would love to have you." So I was like, "Sure, why not?" And ever since, I've been really following what they're doing. and I just really like it. I think every artist they had so far have done really great, especially in the space and as an artist and what they're bringing to their community. So I think I think it's great. I think it's really great. I think everybody should go check it out.
Yeah, I think knowing Royal Society players, I got in there. It was I think it was pretty much my first official NFT, aside from just buying bottom stuff on OpenSea. There was the Royal Society players. I just kind of like got in at the right time, and I bought that. And just the fact that the one token, that one NFT, gets me into the parties, I'm pretty happy because it's a great party. There's a lot of fun to be had at that. So is she now an ambassador for the program?
No, she had a hard time getting into the NFT. So I tried to like teach her, and I tried to like show her a lot of like videos and try to explain her what the NFT space was. Oh, it's too complicated for me right now, and I'll take my time, but I don't want to rush it, and I need more time to understand on my own. So I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, see, that's part of this whole thing, is that we are early adopters. We are early adopters, right? Yeah. And until it becomes an easy task of just going in and buying an NFT or getting into a PulseX kind of project, the only people that are really getting into these projects are either technologists that are early adopters to all technology, or how did you get into this space?
I don't remember, but I've seen. I was okay. I got in with So Rare and NBA Top Shot.
Right. Because you have a card on So Rare.
I have two of my own card on So Rare, and NBA Top Shot. I just really enjoy collecting some of the moments. I think it's really the excitement of like pulling a pack and then seeing what you have inside and being able to own one of those moments. It's pretty cool. I haven't done it in a while because I haven't been eligible with my wallet to be able to buy some of the packs, because you need a certain amount of points or whatever. But I was in the NFT space early on without knowing it. And then when I purchased this piece of art behind me, this is where I was like, okay, like let's dive into a bit more what is NFT. And then we started talking, and you're like, okay, well, if you buy this one, I'll give you the digital one. And that's how you got into it as well.
So the So Rare and the other project were NBA Top Shot. You could use your credit card.
Yeah. And
then through the purchase of the piece behind you, you got an NFT.
Yeah.
And that's how you started, and that's how we got into that was one of my first NFTs as well, and building all that out. That's interesting. And then we kind of have been on this journey. I wanted to talk about Hashlips, so this is my what's in your wallet for today. Let me share this screen so everybody sees this. So Hashlips is actually a YouTuber who he's a computer science engineer. You can watch him on YouTube. He's celebrating his 1-year anniversary of his channel by giving away a free to mint historical NFT of the Hashlips art engine. And it looks like this. It's very simple. It's just a mask. It's the mask that he uses in his logo and everything. And I missed the original sale. I think I didn't have enough in my wallet again, that kind of thing. And then I was able to buy it off the secondary market. It's only 0.007. They're all the same. They're exactly the same. It's purely just to support him. I think he's a great influencer. I think he walks you through how to write a smart contract. And he continually improves the smart contract that he's writing on. So he really takes you from like step one all the way through. I really like his YouTube channel. And so I wanted to support him. And then what happened was I remembered that like at the beginning of last year, he had this other project, which was called Shrooms, right? Everybody was having, shroom, magic mushroom club and all that stuff. And I finally went in and I picked one up. This was for 0.005 ETH. And so I was really happy to be able to pick that up. This was Hashlip's project from like 6 months ago. We're going to wrap this up. I just want to remind everybody again that Sunday, April 17th in Miami, we've booked a studio. If you are a NFT artist, if you are an NFT producer, or if you understand PulseX more than we do, we would love to have you on the show. If you like this content, please hit the like button and subscribe and add notifications. Thank you for watching. If you have Pulse and you're not sure how to have it show up in your wallet, go to the bottom of our description in YouTube, and I put in everything that you need to enter the token into your wallet so that it'll show up. And that's about it. What do you think, Florian?
It was a good, a lot of information today.
But absolutely. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. We will see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Bye.